I'm not addicted, but I just wanted to show you the life of people who are really addicted to another person. The pain felt from loving a free person that turns us into prisoners. In my work, I wanted to show you the pain on one hand and indifference on the other hand. The emotional dependence causes a lot of problems for the person concerned. The fear of being abandoned, excessive jealousy, chronic dissatisfaction, inability to make decisions alone, lack of self-esteem, anxiety and depression. About 2% of the French population will be concerned. It does not seem much, but it is already 1.38 million people, and there are already too many. The emotional addiction is often felt by people who are self-concerned, self-confident, emotionally cold, and narcissistic. So be careful with your feelings, and if you're not concerned by this problem, help them, because the emotional dependence is not popular enough. Nobody really talk about it, so I do now to tell you to help them, to advise and to sympathize with these people.
The ocean is saturated because of 200 million tons of plastic, where we can find plastic bottles, plastic bags and all the waste of human activity. Now we can tell it's the 7 continents, the plastic continent. The quantity of plastic represented 6 times that of France. Millions of animals like fish, corals die because of plastic. There are alternatives to plastic, so why not use them? Ocean is not a dustbin but a place where animals live. It's time to change that.
different way of being in the picture. We are not all the same. The difference federate and it also disturbs. From the outside, they look the same, but they don't care about our laughter or our insults. When you think about it, you tolerate the exceptional difference. The difference, but what a difference. We all have our own uniqueness. We don't all have the same way of seeing the world, because what's the point of us all having the same intelligence and the same passion? We are not clones, and that's the beauty.
They want me, but sooner or later it will be time. And no matter how much I run away from them, they come back to me. But this time it's the one too many. I will never be afraid of them. I tried to run away, but I can't help it. I attack them. I am exhausted. I feel my strength leave me.
straight to Asberg. How it's possible to have created so much rebels? Lady, train, hurricane, fashion and fiction, there is no hate. Don't put your heads in Dubai. The cities of the trust, everything is past. Whenever the window become passageway, to go and forgive was an ailleurs, it's real. We do it. No time to waste. We do it. No time to waste. To go and forgive was an ailleurs, it's real.
The Vietnam War began the 1st November 1955 and finished the 13th April 1975. The beginning of this war has been made by the decolonization of Indonesia. Then 3 countries were born of it, and the south of Vietnam was favored than the north of Vietnam. So North Vietnam decided to fight them. The US President John Fitzgerald Kennedy decided to help the South Vietnamese, and it was a very hard war because Vietnamians placed a lot of traps and they were hiding. It was a very hard war too for the Vietnamans because Americans were organized and many. During this time in the USA, a lot of peace and love manifestation began to stop this war, and it was a success because USA decided to leave Vietnam. So North Vietnamans were successful. As a conclusion, 58,000 Americans were killed and 3.8 million Vietnamese were killed.
Humanity is marked by a lot of wars, and look at the disaster of bombs and guns and scars that are left. Look at the abomination of these massacres. There are many losses, but tell me who has won? A lot of humans are killed in this bloodbath, and mostly innocent people. Rethink about our behavior and our acts. Try to imagine a world where all humans solve problems by dialoguing and not by struggling. Look at the humanity who is marked by a lot of injustice. Maybe it's not the end of it.
Welcome to our project. We are two friends and the animal cause is really important for us. We can't stand that animals are treated as objects. We are tired to see animals being captured for the only goal to entertain humans. In addition, they are treated badly and sometimes don't eat enough. Above all, they are ridiculed by their owners and the public. Thanks for listening, and we hope that our message can impact the people. It's not normal, so don't forget to denounce it.
White people with his famous speech, "I have a dream." But even if Martin Luther King had reduced slavery, there are always slavery today. And they work in really bad conditions, they work many hours, and they haven't liberty. And today I want to ask you a question. What can you do to reduce slavery?
Let the forest go in peace. Let the Indian live in the outback. Let the armadillo want his belongings. Let the tapis cross the stream. I don't want fire, I want water.
pas une solution. La pollution est une désillusion. Sous ces nuages de fumée existe quelque chose qui est prêt pour nous d'exterminer et nous rendre affamés. Si nous ne voulons pas vivre cette torture, il faut diminuer la consommation de carburant dans les voitures. La végétation, nous devons lui éviter les radiations. Et pour finir, nos animaux finiront par être comptés en décimaux.
Today I will take to you of the overfishing. Overfishing is fishing too much for what you need. In my mind, I think that overfishing is not good for the planet because in hundreds of years there won't be any fish. Fish is the best source of natural vitamin D. The consequences of overfishing are disappearance of many marine species, disruption of ecosystem and food chain, job losses for small fishing structures, many more ships for no marketable fish. I think that to fight against overfishing, laws should be introduced to catch a minimum of fish and that there should not be so many trawlers.
In 2020, 102 women and 23 men died of marital homicide, 28% less than in 2019. These people were killed by a gun, a knife. The perpetrator of the crime is the most often a man between 30 and 40 years of age, or over 70 years of age. With no longer practicing a professional activity, 31% consumed alcohol and 6% of illicit products. 14 kids died in violence. 18 53% of the students were physical and psychological.
Today, 25,000 people die every day due to starvation. It's crazy. I can give you another horrible number. More than 45 million people are close to starvation. It revolted me and you too, I think. Starvation has several consequences. For example, the family in a very difficult food situation is obliged to sell their children, marry them very early to rich people. Africa is the continent most affected by famine. Nearly 1,055 million people are affected. The number is very big and revolting. Let's be active.
Just now I went down, double over, in our ghetto. Little low cellar, smelling of mold and damp, when one stumbles over empty things and dirty rags, and where two long packages lays asleep. While in the corner, by the light of a candle, a shaved nickel, remaining in an oversight. Going back up, I saw the legs from the rectangle of the opening, horizontal, vertical, or oblique. Spread out, fold, mixed, obstructing the passage, and cursed by passers-by there offer a multicolored and multi-faced collection. Gaiter, black and yellow leggings, high and low, in leather, in tanned canvas, in any fabric waterproof, dark blue, light blue, black, rosada, khaki, beige putties, alone of his kind. Votre has skipped his little mobilization leggings. Mr. Andre has been exhibiting for 4 nights a pair of thick green wool stocking with ribs. And we have always known tirades with bands of grey cloth with white strips. Taking from civilian trousers which hung no one nowhere, at the beginning of the war, and there are leg wraps in a rise. Every newspaper held together by spiral of strings, or what is more practical, telephone wires. Paper on the hazel friends and passerby with a pair of tawny gaiters borrowed from a dead man, a boy that claimed, and God knows, it's something against another brother. To be a resourceful large guy it is. Has white clothes. He placed strips of bondage around his cover to preserve them. This white form at the bottom of his person.
As subject for my piece of art, I decided to choose the environment. I wanted to show a problem of ignorance and irresponsibilities. I think this is really important for us, and that not enough people are responsible of what they do towards nature. Over years, million tons of plastic has been created and thrown in nature. The consequences? Well, the seventh continent has been created, and every minute animals die in the ocean due to the plastic. I don't think this is normal, and we must do something